Bonjour,
Je
je
m'appelle Deepak.
m'appelle Srividya.
Aujourd'hui, notre sujet, Genevieve Council.
So I'll continue. Let us discuss about Genevieve, and the topics involved in Genevieve is lead to Genevieve, Genevieve Alliance and members in the Alliance, and Genevieve goals, what is IBI, and characteristics of the open source development platform and advantages of it, and what is the work done by Genevieve, and MiGo with Genevieve and benefits. And let us see the introduction of Genevieve. What is Genevieve? Basically, Genevieve is an alliance, that is a group of company which is driving to broad adoption in the IVI field. IVI is in-vehicle infotainment. Infotainment is information plus entertainment. So the Genevieve, the group of companies which are involved in the latest, which are involved with the latest technology in the open source, by use of open source development platform in automotive manufacturers. So what are the three levels of activities which is involved in Genevieve is aligning the requirements according to the user or the driver, delivering references and implementations, offering certified programs. So because why it is certified program in the sense, it is an open source development platform. So depending on our need, anyone can, those who know the programming codes, they can program themselves. So this is offering a certification program. And the next is Genevieve Alliance. As I said before, the Genevieve Alliance is a group of company. Mainly in nowadays, the top 100 most automotive manufacturing companies involved in this concept. So it was started in 2009 by the BMW group, and still some other groups also joined with them, like Delphi, Intel, Magneti Marelli, and PSA, and Wistron, and WindDriver Systems. It is an open to all organization, and like in this, the concept which is involved is in-vehicle infotainment. That is both the information and the entertainment which is used in cars and automotive engines and driving cars. So that will be designed by the members involved in this Genevieve group with the highly technology developed people. And there are more than 100 members involved today in this concept. And let us see who are the members involved in this concept. So OEM members, like original equipment manufacturers, they are BMW and car manufacturing companies. And first tires are the one who is optimizing the challenges and creating more efficiency for the product, for the system which is for the Genevieve. So they are first tires. So they tie up with the OSV member, that is middleware member, and silicon manufacturing members. So these silicon manufacturing group will develop and manufacture a silicon chip and the system that will be used by the OSV, that is operating system manufacturer. So they this two groups send the whole thing to first tier. So there they check whether what are the desired needs which is to be cleared for the drivers that should be involved in OSV and as well as the manufacturing of that. So what is the goal of this Genevieve? This goal is, the objective of the Genevieve is to foster the vibrant operating system IVA, delivering a reusable open source platform consisting of Linux based core services. Why it is mainly based on Linux based in the sense? Already there exist many OSs in the automotive field, but with the use of that OS, they faced many difficulties and to install or to add applications with it. So with this Linux is nowadays they are implementing in the Linux because that is mainly dependent on the what are the expectations which is to be proved to the users. So it is designed with the expectations as a main part. So engaging the developers to deliver a compliant applications. So sponsoring technical marketing and compliance programs. This is in-vehicle infotainment, that is information plus entertainment. So this information and entertainment involved rear set in entertainment, that is the TVs or the game players which will be given to all the seat members. So navigation, so where we are now and which is our final destination. So what is the route or any alternative routes for that. And radio or CD, we can play music players like that. That is for entertainment. And location-based services. Location-based services is if we are here, we are traveling to some distance, and if we want to purchase or some information which we have to gain from the surrounding environment near to us. So this location-based services will connect to the internet, and from that we can get the information about the surrounding environment around us, where we are. Internal connectivity to the mobile devices. So while driving a car, the driver maybe he faced some difficulties to keep the mobile in the sand and to drive side by side. So one more application involved and implied in this GenV is mobile devices connectivity. So in that he can just tell the name of the person to which he have to call, and that will connect to the internet, and through the internet connectivity he can speak and he can talk with the without mobile. And external communication also can be done. External communication is checking a mail and sending SMS, receiving SMS, so the type of communications. And this in-vehicle infotainment mainly involved in 3 areas, that is connectivity for driving, entertainment and information. Connectivity for driving is camera connectivity, which vehicle is going in front of us and what meter is maintaining. So distance between the back vehicle and the front vehicle and side ones. And this is V2I and V2VS, vehicle to vehicle interfacing and vehicle to internet connectivity. And connectivity for entertainment, such as using USBs, and by searching in the net we can share the videos and we can play according to our wish. And connectivity for information, this plays a major role in this connectivity. So this provides us traffic information, incident updates, that is if we are starting in a point and we are going to end in a point, if there is any alternative route that is suddenly updated in the traffic rules, so that will be updated in net, so we can see the alternative rules side by side, but there is no delay. Delay won't happen to reach and start. And this one, SMS reading and emailing, reading and creating it. So mobile connectivity for remote access of vehicle. If we are in a remote place, maybe we won't get any signal in our mobile. So by this connectivity, internet connection, we can call and we can connect to the other mobiles. So internet search. Internet search is searching in internet and browsing, that will be done in this connectivity part. And this is the display which is shown in the system in our automobile. So that is communication, we can call, and this is for browsing, and this is for car. This gives the information about the status of our car, like is the temperature of the engine rises or it is low, and what is the level of fuel, and what is the level of some brake failures or something. This will display those things. So the games which we use with like playing and hearing music, and navigation is like in which direction we are So which direction we have to turn, like that, those informations will be given. And other informations like weather reports and internet radio, that also can be done in this infotainment. Yeah. This is the overall control with the applications, that is TV receivers modules, which is placed in the different seats, and digital radio receivers also will be there, and the systems which is used to display the music as well as the movies which we are playing, and telematics and connectivity module. These two modules will be used to connect the internal signals as well as the external input from the internet to the, which should be received by the system in the car. So that modules, and infotainment boxes to manage all these applications in a specific manner, and that will be controlled by HMI. HMI is human machine interface. Human machine interface will show the graphical display and for the weather reports, and for those things the controller will be used. So the front panel will be displayed for the driver. Rest is continued by the
Nasi Shividya. So till now we came to know what is Genevi and what is in-vehicle infotainment. So now how it can be implemented in our automobiles. So we'll go through this. So here the Genevi mainly use this complaint platform that is used by Linux. So here it needs an OS first of all. Like it has many applications. We have to you have to connect to the internet, and we have to know the traffic informations, everything. Then we have to games, music, everything the users need. So depending upon the requirement, so the applications are increased. So we have to include a OS in this. So in the OS, the bottom part is the processor, which we are using the Intel Atom and ARM processor here because of the real-time applications and embedded processor. So next comes to the kernel part, OS kernel part. This is the main part. Like it does the task scheduling, and it handles the task. So everything like preemptive, it makes the task to preempted, then abort, waiting shift, whatever it is. So then it manages the drivers, and it manages the memories, input, output, everything. So then comes to the driver. Driver for the every modules, it needs a driver. Then and libraries. So then comes to the system infrastructure. Here it divides for each particular group. So after then it comes to the upper layer. So in this, it provides audio, graphic, multimedia, speech, connectivity, networking, security, so positioning, all these applications it provides. So this is about the main development platforms. So the Genevi's work. So what does the Genevi Alliance group do? So there are mainly two groups here. One is technical and the marketing. So in the technical group, it includes like system infrastructure, multimedia embedded contract, automotive, and mobile office, internet, everything. So then here it does plans for the technical things and testing. So all this done by this technical group. So then comes to the marketing group. Here also same. Like it has the marketing plan, manages the internal and external communications, so facilitate programs and every yeah. So marketing, how we can market this product. So this comes to the marketing group. So then here we are using the open source development platform. So why we are using the open source? Because it is a free version. So anybody can access the this one. Like Linux is open source. So you will get millions, billions of users So you will get a lot of help from the open source platform. So it consists of some layers like core layers, middle layer, and open application layer interfaces. Yep. So the advantages are so multi-sourcing. So billions of users are using this one, and they are accessing to the this open source platform, and even they can develop their own application, and they can help you out anyways. So this is the main advantage. Then comes to the transparency. So whatever the code they have written, so anybody can access to that. Then last comes to the structural approach. So in here, for each application, it will be updated each time, and to increase the efficiency. So then Linux in the journey. So here we have 3 options in the Linux. Like we can use of Ubuntu, MeeGo, and Android. So Ubuntu is for the general computers, and the MeeGo is for the vehicles, what we in our automobile industry, and Android we can use in the mobile phones. So we are selecting the MeeGo here because for the automobiles. So MeeGo is an open source development platform. So mainly, basically, it is developed for netbooks, handbooks, tablets, so connected TVs, and in-vehicle infotainment. For this, the MeeGo is developed. Actually, the MeeGo is developed in 2009. So before its name was Mobly. Then in 2010, it named as MeeGo. So MeeGo is a independent. It acts as an independent distribution mechanism. Like for each car or each company, so it can develop their own. Like so, the user level, they can develop their own. So the MeeGo features. So performance optimization. So here the speed is more. Then computational is rich. Like we in the arithmetic in any operations, we will get more bits. Graphically oriented. So and connected services development. So these are the features, main feature, and delivering the best web experiences. So bandwidth is more, so we can get a best experience here. And it is easy to use, flexible, and powerful. So the open source project organization, so it is managed by the Linux Foundation. Then, so if size is optimized in the MeeGo for every application, the size is optimized, and it has a small footprint. Right? It takes small area of memory in the RAM. So this is a MeeGo architecture. For example, is the older one, Mobile. So the application, it loads to the CPU and it tests the application. So here some MISC drivers, miscellaneous character drivers. So these are used like for the launching an application something. So here whenever the application launches, it tests. So driver, it schedules the task and gives to the kernel. That kernel, the kernel part, first it takes the driver and schedules and give it to the processor and process the task. So, for example, I'm taking a real-time approach here. So, so this one I told is a embedded OS and it's a real-time one. For example, if a person is, if a user is going in a car, so whenever the situation comes, 2 persons are sitting in the car, one is driving and one is sitting beside. So he is playing a game something. So on the way, what happens? Some traffic jam happens. So it will show it has a vehicle to vehicle connectivity for like through the Bluetooth or something. It will connect to the next vehicle, and so with that network, it will come to know that traffic jam happened. So suddenly it has to take a decision like it has to find out another way to reach a destination. So like while the person is playing a game, it has to show like it has to stop the game and it has to display the new road map to the user. So this is a real-time task. So here, in the whenever the from the user the real-time task comes, it has to stop the non-real-time task and process the real-time task. So in this one, in the MeeGo, it reduces the boot time. So in the starting of the operating system, so in the general OS, what happens? Initially the board will initialize, then scan the IDE, that is the hard disk, then set up the physical layer device, then kernel decompresses, then boot the kernel, then start the services. But in the MeeGo or your Jollibee or operating system, so all the steps are same, but the scan after the application starts, so it does parallel. So here the time reduced. So time to compute the boot reduction is ready. Boot time is reduced. So benefits of Jollibee. So speed to market. So like it is an open source platform. So billions of users are billions of developers will get. So it will speed up the speed into market and accelerate. So innovation is acceleration. Like once this hit into market, so everybody will use and everybody will innovate their own applications here. They can do. Then reduce the development cost. So how is like if a company, for example BMW, takes a Jollibee and implement it on their cars, so what happens? They don't need to develop the software for the hardware. So software is already developed, so already built. They just can take it and put into their hardware. So that is the main advantage. So here the software cost reduces. So only hardware cost they have to maintain. So then provide the basis on which cultivate the highway ecosystem. So it will improve the in-vehicle infotainment systems and provide the code transparency. Anybody can access the codes. So I can change the codes. So next I will show you a video about the Jollibee working. This is a small ad by Saab Automobiles. So the new car, the icon. So here, number of applications you will get, anything. So you can get in an icon store. So like your Android system, then you can get a restaurant guide. Okay, 29 kilometers ahead, there is a restaurant you can get. So here, Android is used. You will get a lot of, you can access to a lot of applications like Facebook, Twitter and all. So even you can get a news through the internet, from the internet. Bluetooth. Yeah. Driving assistant. So you should not go beyond the lane. And AC. So everything. And finally navigation. And all you can give it can give a up to do list. So if you put into a list like I want to buy a gift to my friend, so on the way it will show like next in 50 meters away, there is a shop you can buy a gift. So like that, you can show to the user. These are the references we studied. Questions?
Merci.
You said we are using an operating system along with some internet connection,
Yes.
and also you say it can provide you details on the GPS, like the direction. So, what are the security threats? Like, could somebody hack into your system? Like, you're using it in a car, so could somebody hack into this and provide you false information or something
No.
via internet? I'm saying via internet. You say you use internet.
Yeah, that could be the probability, but here, like your Android system, you can access to the map or anything. Same like your computer. So same like your computer. So like you can, anybody can hack. So you have to make the user have to make a secured way. So
Something like an antivirus or something has to be installed, like something
can be installed.
firewall or something.
Antiviruses, everything's like a PC, the computer.
Thank you.
The world of open source is quite new, especially for car manufacturers.
Yes.
The fact that all the code which will be produced could be used by all the community. In
Yes.
fact, is it a problem or not for manufacturers?
It is not a problem. It is, the user can change the
So
code and they can, with the use of the program developers, like thousands and millions of programmers are there. So with according to our usage, we can change the transparency code and we can implement for
So if any car company or any car company other than this group, so takes the code and implement their own system or modify it, then they can't commercialize the codes. That has to be transparency to the other users also. That is the rule of open source.
You speak about Migo,
Yes.
which is a specific implementation of Linux. You spoke about small footprint in memory.
Yes.
Have you a size to give for minimal implementation of something like Migo?
For example, you take in a general operating system. If you take a web page, for example, so it contains the more larger size, and it will be like 20-30 MB per size. So, but if you take in a mobile system, it will be minimum like 1 MB, 2 MB. So that is a reduced size. So that is a size will be stored in a RAM. So that is a small footprint. So the size is minimized.
And the distribution of Migo is done by which way? For example, if us at school, we want to try Migo on ARM board,
We can try.
how we can do?
So if you go to the Migo website, all the codes are free. We can download. So we can develop our own, or we can do something on the.
And it's distributed in which form? Specific distribution for specific boards or specific processors for generic distribution and it's
So
to the person to adapt to
So
his
whatever the code we will get in a Migo website, that is a generic one. So we have, if we modify something, so that will be a specific one. We can't put into the every module, every system.
If we modify the code and usage will be specific, it's not for all the ones. So that
Whatever the codes we are getting from the Migo is generic one.
Yes, but the driver layer generally is specific for hardware.
Yes. Primarily is a specific.
And do they furnish several driver layer for different hardware or different processors? Or do they furnish only one?
No. It is like it is generic one, like for every hardware we can use that. But the the user space is same, but in the kernel space, if you go to the kernel space, so it has to be specific for the hardware. So here it is not completely developed. Underdeveloped is like
Okay. No, thank you.